Hello, it's Sam Harper coming again on March 14th from. I'm sorry the view's not as good as all the other times, but this is my bedroom. If yeah, it's still a beautiful day outside here in gorgeous Kona, Hawaii, and goodness, I'm so sorry. It's been about 3 weeks since my last update, but it's been a crazy 3 weeks, but it's been so good. Yeah, first I have to start off by just a praise report that all of my finances are in for my outreach, and I know that I can't be doing what I'm doing, fulfilling the call of the Lord on my life without people who are supporting me financially. And so I have to say thank you so much, all of those who have supported me and are supporting me currently, just monthly supporters. Just bless you. I love you. Really, thank you so much. It's such a blessing to be able to partner with you all in such a way. Really. So yeah, so the last 3 weeks have been unbelievable. Class has been crazy each week. We had a tsunami scare for an entire day that it ended up having not even a single wave hit Kona at all. And so yeah, it's been unbelievable. I can't believe it's just been 3 weeks with truly the amount of revelation and the amount the Lord is doing all across the entire school. And it's truly one of the most exciting things for me, being able to wake up and meet with the guys that I'm discipling and see how with one glimpse that they have of the man Jesus at the right hand of the Father, that truly from the inside out their lives are completely transformed. And it's unbelievable. It's the biggest privilege and such an honor that the Lord would trust me with being able to put people that I'm able to walk with and just see them grow and love Jesus. And it's just amazing. It really, really is. And so yeah, the last 3 weeks have just been powerful. Let's see here. 3 weeks ago, I had a guy named Steve Thompson from Morning Star Ministries come out and spoke on kingdom worldview and what that looks like, and how we are called to be walking in a new covenant operating system. How everything of our lives is coming from a divine gift of grace, and how so much of the church likes to say holiness is hard work. That it's kind of a quote that the evangelical church likes to use and stuff, and how it's like, well, no, holiness isn't hard work, because I can't make myself holy. By divine gift, I am holy because Jesus is holy. I am righteous because I'm found only in Jesus, covered by the blood of Jesus. And so it was amazing needing to put the correct lenses on of a kingdom worldview, and how to break off the religious spirit that's all over us, that's constantly making us look at ourselves and our own faults, and we glorify sin, and that's the sickening thing. It's like, stop focusing on your sin and start focusing on how good He is. And it's amazing. And we even looked at things like, I mean, yeah, just crazy things that we find ourselves doing, and what we basically came to is recognizing the disease of self-evaluation, the disease of self-evaluation. I'm sorry. I challenge you, just check and see how often you're constantly looking at yourself and your own faults rather than focusing on the goodness of the Lord. And so it's like, well, on your darkest day, even when you fall into sin, He loves you and He's in you. He's not going anywhere. You sin, He doesn't leave you. He is in you and He loves you. And it's from that place everything comes from. It's like you are not the power source of miracles and signs and wonders breaking out. He is the power source. You just happen to be the instrument. And we looked at even the lives of the disciples, how John and James, called sons of thunder, they went into rain, fire down to blow people up. And Jesus is like, no, I love you, don't do that. But from that place, it's just like, learn how to operate from the place of He loves you and He's in you and He's not going anywhere. And it was amazing just getting the correct perspective on things. And 2 weeks ago, Andy Bird spoke on intercession and worship and church history and revival history, and looking at the age that we're walking into. And the last couple days we're taught by Jake Hamilton from Jesus Culture out in Redding, California, and it was one of the most transforming 2 days of teaching I've ever had in my entire life, and just really looking at how much in the 4th century what Constantine did by making Christianity the national religion, and how truly Acts 29, the book that hasn't been written, it was so affected, or that the chapter that hasn't been written, it's been so affected by that one man and what he did by truly allowing the religious spirit to come in And one of the biggest verses that he talked from was from Matthew 16, when Jesus is talking to Peter, and he's saying, Peter, on this rock I will build my church. That's what all of our versions say. But truly, the Greek that was actually written there says, Peter, on this rock I will build my mob. And Constantine changed the word mob to church to give him more power, when Jesus was actually saying, on this mob, this family, I'm going to build my rock. And so looking at that, truly, when a brother and sister in Christ is closer in eternity than even what your bloodline family truly is. And it's saying, and one of my favorite quotes that he said was, let me think here. It was, anyone can give away something expensive, but only those who understand sacrifice can give away something valuable. And so looking at that and just being like, true love is laying down your life for others. True love is laying down your life for your brothers and your sisters who are closer than anything. And Jesus even said that when his sisters and his mom, or his brother and sisters and his mom came to him saying, hey, we need to have a conversation with you. Jesus says, who is my brother and who is my mother? Anyone who does the will of my Father, those are my mothers, those are my brothers, those are my sisters. He's saying in the kingdom, it's a family that we must get back to. And that truly all of our vision must be set on getting back to the garden, because that's where God is bringing us. And then this past week in teaching, we had David Damien speaking on, this is where the church is going. This is where the Spirit is taking us to truly behold the bridegroom. And the bride will be ready when we say, yes, we're going towards the garden. Why? Because he's worthy. Why do we do anything? What is your life? What is the meaning of any parts of your day? Our meager existence here on earth, like what are we going to be leaving? What mark are we leaving on earth? And that's a question, and I know I'm kind of going all over the place right now, but the Lord has just been doing such a working on the inner parts of me by saying, Sam, everything has to be coming from Jesus is worthy. If I sit in a prayer room every single day for the rest of my life, and the only things I say is, Jesus, you're good, Jesus, you're worthy, that would be one of the most fulfilling lives I could possibly imagine, because he is worthy and he's good, and it comes back to coming to complete communion with him in the garden, because that's where he's bringing us back to. And the biggest thing that our school is basically recognizing, that in the age that we live in, so many people are trying to fulfill the second commandment without fulfilling the first. And we even look over the first commandment like, oh yeah, we can mark it off. But truly, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. Think about the person that you love the most more than anyone. You think about that person all the time. You want to be with that person as much as you can. And more than anything, the number one thing that we need to do when we stand in the New Jerusalem in front of Jesus, he's going to ask us, did you learn to love? Because if you didn't learn to love, everything you didn't amount to anything. And it's the challenge kind of the Lord's been bringing us to, that the first commandment must be fulfilled. The oil of intimacy with the Lord must be fulfilled so that the second commandment can take place. The first, it has to take its most high priority. So I challenge you with that, and saying, is the first commandment really being fulfilled in your life? There is a man in heaven who is there, and we have been made to be solely satisfied in fullness by him in everything. Every pleasure of our hearts will be only satisfied in him. And Satan's tactics are for you to go to short, simple pleasures that will not remain, to try to fool you for your entire lifetime for not being so fulfilled by the King who is waiting for you to turn and say yes to him. So it's the passionate love of God that he is waiting to lavish upon you. And so the school has just been blowing up. It's been unbelievable. We leave for outreach in 2 weeks. Please pray for the Northeast, all of America. The Church of America is really looking there and saying abortion breaks out in the Ivy Leagues, because the leaders of tomorrow are going to these schools right now, and they will be influencing the entire world within the next 5 to 10 years. So I challenge you. I put a general warning across. Jesus' general warning is, if you decide to fast, pray, and support in any way towards this outreach, towards what's going on for revival in the East Coast, the powers of darkness will seriously be hurt. So I challenge you. I thank you for joining with me in prayer, and that's the prayer request. Father, send laborers and release revival to the Northeast. I love you all. I know this has been just intense 10 minutes, but blessings, blessings, blessings. The Lord is good. Taste and see. I love you all. Shoot me an email. Bye.